Imagine a single point on your body that once connected you to the infinite source of life itself, the umbilical cord that fed, nourished, and sustained you before you took your first breath. That same point still exists within you, quietly pulsing, forgotten by most of the modern world. Ancient civilizations believed this small, circular center, the navel, was the true origin of power, intuition, and manifestation. In India, it was called the Manipura, the city of jewels. In Japan, the Hara, the seat of life. Even in ancient Egypt, it was said that gods touched their navel to awaken divine creation. Today, science has begun to catch up, revealing that the area around your navel holds an astonishing network of nerves, bioelectrical energy, and emotional memory that affects everything from digestion to destiny. What if the key to unlocking your ability to manifest your desires doesn't lie in your mind, but in your belly? This is not metaphorical. It's biological and energetic reality. You are about to discover how awakening the hidden power of your navel can activate your body's own manifestation generator and transform your life from the inside out. For most of us, the navel is nothing more than a mark of birth, a scar from a time long forgotten. We look at it without awareness, cover it beneath layers of clothing, and never once consider that it might be the very center of our being. Yet, in ancient times, people revered it as the axis of existence. The Greeks called it the omphalos, the navel of the world, believing it to be the sacred center from which all creation unfolded. In India, sages meditated upon the navel to awaken dormant energy known as Agni, the fire of transformation. The Mayans carved symbols around it, depicting the cosmic womb that gives life to stars. Modern civilization, however, has shifted its focus upward, toward intellect, analysis, and constant mental activity. We've become creatures of the head, living disconnected from the wisdom of the gut. This disconnection has consequences. Anxiety, indecision, and fatigue often arise when our internal center is dormant. The more we ignore our body's natural core, the more fragmented we feel. Reclaiming awareness of the navel is not regression into mysticism. It's a return to balance. It's about rediscovering the forgotten center within, a place where body, mind, and spirit meet. The greatest tragedy of modern living is that we have drifted away from our own center. Stress pulls us upward into the head, where worries loop endlessly. Technology demands constant attention, and our breath becomes shallow, confined to the chest. Over time, the navel, the body's energetic anchor, grows dormant, like a forgotten sun hidden behind clouds. When we lose touch with that center, we lose the ability to feel grounded, decisive, and alive. Our digestion weakens, our posture collapses, and our emotions become unstable. We chase after goals without the power to manifest them because we are not rooted in the engine that drives creation. Imagine living every day disconnected from the generator that fuels your vitality. That's what happens when the navel center is neglected. It's like trying to run a powerful machine without plugging it in. Many people experience this as a vague sense of emptiness, fatigue, or lack of direction. They try to fill it with food, entertainment, or achievement, but the void remains. The problem isn't outside, it's within. The solution isn't more thinking, it's reconnection. When you reawaken the navel's energy, the fog clears, your breath deepens, and you return to the core of your being, where manifestation begins. Within every human being lies an invisible sun, a radiant core that generates warmth, vitality, and creative power. This inner sun resides at the navel. It is the silent fire that transforms food into energy, thoughts into action, and dreams into reality. The ancients called it Manipura, meaning city of jewels, because when this energy center is awakened, it shines like gold, illuminating your confidence and purpose. When it is asleep, doubt, fear, and lethargy take over. Think of the navel as the generator of your personal universe. Every thought and intention you hold passes through this point before becoming physical reality. It's not just poetic imagery, it's energetic truth. When the navel is aligned and active, you radiate magnetism. People sense your presence, your words carry weight, and your life begins to move with flow and precision. You stop chasing and start attracting. This is why great warriors, artists, and mystics throughout history cultivated their energy at the core. Reconnecting to this inner sun means reclaiming your natural power to manifest. It's not about forcing outcomes, but aligning with the current of life that moves through your center. When your navel burns bright, everything around you begins to glow. Science, at its deepest level, has begun to uncover what ancient mystics knew intuitively. The navel region is not merely a point on the body, but a living network of intelligence. Beneath that small circle lies a vast constellation of nerves, tissues, and energy centers that influence almost every system of the body. This is where the enteric nervous system, often called the second brain, resides, containing more than 100 million neurons that communicate directly with the mind through the vagus nerve. When your core is calm, your brain relaxes. When your gut is tense, anxiety floods your thoughts. In Eastern traditions, this energy exchange is described as prana, the life force that moves through the body. Modern science calls it bioelectrical flow. Different languages, same phenomenon. The navel area acts as the junction where the body's energy fields converge, the physical and the subtle meeting in one potent hub. Researchers now understand that mindful breathing into the abdomen can reduce cortisol levels, improve digestion, and regulate mood by stimulating the vagus nerve. When we combine the precision of science with the wisdom of spirituality, the navel emerges not as superstition, but as the crossroads of biology and energy, a bridge between matter and consciousness, between breath and creation. Long before laboratories and neural maps, the sages of ancient India, China, and Egypt understood that the navel was not just a physical center, but a cosmic one. In yogic science, it is known as the Manipura chakra, the third energy wheel in the human system, glowing like a spinning sun of fire. Its element is Agni, the sacred flame of transformation, and its purpose is power, the will to act, to create, and to manifest one's destiny. When Manipura is balanced, the individual radiates confidence and purpose. When blocked, insecurity, fear, and stagnation take over. The ancient texts speak of prana, the life force, rising through this chakra like wind feeding a flame. Yogis believed that by focusing awareness and breath into the navel, they could awaken Kundalini, the coiled energy resting at the base of the spine, allowing it to ascend through the chakras and expand consciousness. Similarly, the Japanese concept of hara taught that true strength and clarity emerge from the abdomen, not the head. Martial artists trained their awareness there to move with effortless precision. Across cultures, the message is identical. The navel is the crucible of transformation. When it ignites, ordinary life dissolves, and the soul remembers its creative fire. To awaken the energy at your navel, you must first learn to breathe, as your body was designed to, deeply, rhythmically, and consciously from the core. Most people breathe only into the upper chest, a habit born from tension and constant alertness. This shallow breathing, keeps the body in a low-grade state of stress, cutting you off from your internal power source. Navel-centered breathing reverses this pattern, grounding you in the body and reactivating your inner generator. Sit comfortably with your spine erect and shoulders relaxed. Place one hand lightly on your navel. As you inhale through your nose, allow your abdomen to expand outward. Feel your hand gently rise as air fills the lower lungs. Imagine the breath gathering energy in a golden sphere behind your navel. Hold for a brief moment, sensing warmth building in that center. Then exhale slowly through the mouth, letting the abdomen contract and your hand fall back. With each cycle, visualize the golden sphere pulsing brighter, radiating light through your torso. Start with 10 slow breaths, gradually increasing to several minutes a day. Keep your awareness rooted at the navel, as though you are breathing directly through it. The rhythm will begin to stabilize your thoughts, harmonize your heartbeat, and awaken the sleeping fire within. Now that you understand the breathing foundation, it's time to move into the full activation practice. A simple, yet profound session that aligns body, mind, and energy into a single stream of creation. Begin by finding a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit cross-legged or on a chair with your feet grounded and your spine straight, as if suspended from the crown of your head. Close your eyes gently. Place both palms over your navel, overlapping them so that your touch feels warm and centered. Take a deep inhale through your nose, expanding your abdomen fully. Feel the air gather like molten light behind your navel. As you hold that breath for a moment, silently repeat to yourself I am the center of my universe. Exhale through the mouth with a slow, steady release, allowing all tension to flow out. With each breath, imagine the light growing brighter, swirling outward in radiant spirals, filling your torso, then your entire aura. Continue this rhythm for 5 to 10 minutes, letting your breath move like ocean waves. If thoughts arise, bring your attention back to the gentle pulse of the navel, your inner sun rising. When the session ends, sit still for a minute in silence, absorbing the subtle vibration of peace and power. As you begin practicing regularly, subtle yet unmistakable changes will arise within you. At first, you may notice warmth gathering in your abdomen or a faint pulsation, as if something alive has awakened beneath your skin. This is the stirring of your inner fire, the rekindling of energy that has long been dormant. Over time, that warmth spreads through your chest and limbs, dissolving fatigue and tension. Emotionally, you might experience waves of release, laughter, tears, or deep calm as the body lets go of stored memories and stagnant energy. This is not unusual. It is healing in motion. The more you stay consistent, the more refined your awareness becomes. You begin to sense energy, moving not just in your belly, but throughout your entire being. Everyday situations seem lighter. Decisions that once caused confusion now come effortlessly. Your breath deepens naturally, and a quiet strength begins to radiate from your posture, your voice, your eyes. You feel anchored, unshakable, as though life's chaos moves around you, but cannot enter your center. This transformation is not a fantasy or miracle. It is alignment. The moment you return to your navel, you return to the seat of truth within yourself. From there, creation flows easily. When the navel energy is awakened and balanced, the transformation manifests on every level of existence. Physically, the body becomes stronger, digestion improves, and energy flows with natural rhythm. Many practitioners notice reduced fatigue, clearer skin, and even better hormonal balance. The breath, once shallow and anxious, becomes deep and full of life. The nervous system relaxes, and sleep becomes profoundly restorative. Your spine aligns, your movements become fluid, and vitality pulses through your every action. Mentally, clarity emerges like sunlight after a storm. You begin to see patterns in your life that once seemed random. Focus sharpens, creativity expands, and you find yourself completing tasks with calm confidence. The endless chatter of the mind quiets, replaced by an inner knowing that guides you toward right action. Emotionally, fear dissolves and is replaced with a steady sense of trust. The fire at the navel burns away doubt, hesitation, and insecurity, leaving behind a glowing center of courage. Spiritually, you start to recognize that manifestation isn't about wishing, it's about resonance. When your inner frequency aligns with the energy of creation, life responds effortlessly. You become a magnet for experiences that reflect your new vibration. Abundance, love, and purpose start to flow, not because you chase them, but because you are centered. Throughout history, and even in recent research, stories of transformation through navel-centered practices have emerged again and again. In the Himalayas, yogis were known to meditate for hours, focusing solely on the Manipura chakra, reporting states of heat and illumination so powerful that snow would melt around their bodies. In Japan, Zen masters trained their awareness in the hara and taught that every breath should begin there. They claimed it was the source of unwavering calm in battle and daily life. Even modern martial artists describe moments of heightened awareness and strength arising from the same abdominal focus. Contemporary science, too, lends credibility to these experiences. Studies on abdominal breathing and vagus nerve stimulation reveal measurable changes in heart rate variability, hormonal balance, and emotional stability. In 2018, researchers at Stanford observed that consistent diaphragmatic breathing significantly lowered cortisol levels and improved cognitive performance. Other studies link gut intuition to the microbiome's influence on the brain, showing that decisions guided by gut feelings often correlate with accurate judgment and reduced anxiety. Beyond data and history are personal testimonies. People who, after just weeks of practice, describe feeling reconnected, inspired, and aligned with their purpose. They don't call it magic. They call it coming home. The real secret of this practice lies not in isolated meditation, but in how you bring it into every moment of life. Once the navel center has been awakened, it becomes your living compass. Every breath, every choice, and every interaction can be guided from that inner stability. When you walk, feel the subtle pulse at your core. When you speak, let your words rise from that quiet fire instead of nervous energy. When you face challenges, return your attention to the navel and breathe deeply. You will notice that situations which once triggered stress now dissolve in calm awareness. Living from the core means you no longer move through life scattered and reactive. You act from stillness, and in that stillness, power flows. You begin to eat with gratitude, move with awareness, and think with purpose. The practice turns into a constant remembrance, an unbroken connection to your inner sun. Decisions align effortlessly because you are no longer ruled by fleeting emotions or mental confusion. The navel becomes your silent ally, reminding you that you are not separate from creation, but a living expression of it. When the inner and outer worlds synchronize, manifestation becomes your natural state of being. If you've reached this point, you've already taken the first step toward reclaiming your true center. The navel is not just a remnant of birth. It is the bridge between the physical and the infinite. Awakening it is an act of remembering who you are: a creator, a manifester, a living expression of energy and intention. Begin today. Sit quietly, breathe into your core, and feel that golden warmth flicker to life. Do it every day, even for 5 minutes, and watch how your world begins to shift. The coincidences you once dismissed as chance will multiply, and the clarity you've been searching for will rise effortlessly from within. Share your journey. Inspire others to awaken their inner sun. Leave a comment about your first experience, and let this community of seekers grow together. If this message resonates with you, subscribe and join the coming guided sessions designed to deepen your connection to your manifestation generator. Remember, everything you seek is already within you. The moment you breathe from your center, the universe begins to move with you. Your power has never left you. It has only been waiting at your navel, ready to rise again.